So this program, I don't think this program is going to continue after more than 1.5 hours, because he's going to be there for 2 days and will be holding a press conference. Rahul Gandhi is likely to hold a press conference tomorrow. Rahul Gandhi will visit other camps tomorrow. Rahul Gandhi is going to stay put in Manipur today, and Rahul Gandhi will, I think, conclude his visit of today by 6:15 p.m. in Imphal. People don't understand the sunset time in Delhi is 7:24, 7:24 और इम्फाल का जो सनसेट टाइम है it is 8 minutes after 6 o'clock, 6:08.
Basically, Kartikeya, if I may just read this, that the original program was.
Okay, original itinerary. Please go ahead.
Original item was that after returning from Chura Chandpur, which was supposed to be a road visit, he was supposed to visit different relief camps in Bishnupur district.
Okay.
Where his this thing was stopped, and then he was supposed to spend the night at Morang. And that is how the entire thing was. And then tomorrow it was that he will visit various relief centers in Imphal and hold meetings from representatives from different communities, including Meitei, Meitei Pangal and Naga at Hotel Imphal. And post that, he was supposed to do a press conference there. But it'll be interesting to see if he stays back in Morang or he comes back to Imphal and stay at Imphal.
I think after sunset, helicopter movement is not allowed. No private company has night flying capacity except Indian Army, and that too is like the special forces operation which do that night flying capacity. So I don't think expected media briefing.
This is tomorrow.
This is tomorrow. Expected media briefing is tomorrow. Thank you. Very patiently waiting for us. Rojesh, tell me, in this situation, do you think what sort of condition is required for talks between Kukis and Meiteis? Let me be very blunt. The visuals will come out. प्रेसिडेंट रूल होना चाहिए या बीरेन सिंह का हटना जरूरी है? बातचीत कैसे हो दोनों के बीच में? गुस्सा कम कैसे हो?
Look, Kartik, let me actually put some very important facts so that we all need to understand that now Kukis are demanding the president rule to come and this government must fall. And the Meiteis are saying that the government should not fall because it has a majority and it has the democratic norms are there and the central governments are there. So these are the two demands coming. So any foreign line saying that even if you fall down this government, another side will be also, giving in a different direction. So if you also continue this, then the frustration will also continue. The point is, in this point of time, as you know that from 5th on that, because the state government was responsible for law and order on the 3rd and 4th, and on the 3rd, the vice president was visiting the Imphal and the state forces and even the security forces, the Assam Rifles and other, they failed to protect both the communities and the violence occurred. So if the violence was prevented from the Chochampur itself, from the Kuki-dominated area, and the More and other, then this problem would not have reached to Imphal. My point is that from the 5th onward, from the 5th to till there, the security, the central security forces, under the this security advisor, he's the chairman of the unified command. Interestingly, the minister is supposed to be in the unified command, the chairman of the unified command, but now the security advisor is the chief of this advice, because it actually restructure. Even they have not enforced Article 355 again, because the government center is not actually taking full responsibility. Rather, the state government is actually there, but on the other side, the security is in the hands of the central government. So both the state government and the central government, even under the leadership of the Home Minister, actually should be taking full responsibility, because this is not happening under only the Chief Minister's watch.
But Rojesh, if for example, I'm not talking from a Meitei perspective, how do you get Kukis on board?
So that is why I'm saying that they are saying that the reconstituting committee and the central government or any of the trusted ministers should be headed in the committee also, and even the governor. People are saying that governors should be on the committee. So the consensus should be taken so that the peace should come, should bring in the state. Another second point why people are angry, especially in the valley, is that the views and the observation and demand of the state government is completely rejected by the government of India. So that is also why people are frustrating, because they also perceive that Biren Singh is a rubber stamp of the central government. Biren Singh government, the chief minister, honorable chief minister, have already said in the demand by the political party that the Shu militants are responsible in this violence. So this abrogation of Shu militants should be the first priority. But the central government did not listen, and that is why the central government is, even though they are allowing the state government to continue, but they are not listening to what the state government is saying. So that is why, on one side, the state government is helpless in one sense, because the Assam Rifles are more responsible with the Shu relationship, and in the last many years, now this even I will give you a report of the army. They have conducted a search operation in the Sioux militant. They said in the report, 58% of the cadres were present. That means, where are the 42% of the cadres were? In the recommendation, it's also said that 70 weapons have been burned. Number third one, the only 2 weapons was missing. And the fourth one, some of them might have died due to natural death. So the committee also indicating that those people who are absent, the 42% might have been dead because of the natural or unnatural death. It means they also says that these militant who have actually agreement between the central government, state, and the Kuki, they are involved in this violence. And if they are not involved, so who are them who are actually using snipers and other attacking the villages? So until and unless, just to bring the peace, or in the one condition for atmosphere, the central government have to take a very tough decision and also cancel for those Kuki Shu militant groups, so that they can, for example, if until and unless we do not abrogate this Shu, the suspension operation, Assam Rifle will not take action against them, because they have an agreement. So what happened is that Assam Rifle do not attack or do not get any positive action, even though there is a firing happening, because they have an agreement between not to fire each other. Then until and unless Assam Rifles was not attacked, they are not about to counter-attack the militant. It means that security, the common public are just allowing to defend themselves, and this is not supposed to be the situation. So the first priority is that the suspension operation must be cancelled, at least from point in time, and they should identify who are the responsible person, cadres or organizers, 17 organizations in the
But I have a question for you, Brijesh. How do you get the Kukis to sit on the table when they feel that no conversation can take place with Biren Singh? And I can tell you, I have met them in numbers, and there is a great feeling of marginalization they have.
Kartikeya, this is a question which we have been discussing for last 1 month. How do you move forward with a political solution to a political problem when both sides don't trust the administration? It's not only Kukis who have not been talking about their lack of faith in Biren Singh government, but also Meiteis. And until unless the trust process is there, until unless the state administration is seen as to be honest in their political approach, I don't think that there is going to be a movement forward. And that is the reason why you realize, Kartikeya, that despite all the efforts and all, they have not been able to take the conversation any forward. And until unless the Kukis feel, or the state government makes an outreach to the Kuki community where they feel that the situation is normal, or at least that the government is honest in its approach, I seriously doubt if this situation will move any forward. The problem is that there, on every single issue, every single demand, there is a deep divide. Be it president rule, Kukis or Kuki-backed intellectuals and others are saying impose president rule right from day one. Meiteis are completely opposed to it. This separate administration, Meiteis are completely opposed to it. Even if the Congress party sees, I mean, the Rahul Gandhi is going to meet the Kuki CSOs and all, but the Manipur state chief of Congress says that, says complete no to the Kuki, to the separate administration remarks. So there is so much inherent contradictions involved in it, Kartikeya, that it would require a very, very Herculean effort on the task of on this part of the government to send a message that the government really intends to find a solution and not to back one ethnicity over another.